Hello everyone and welcome back to Blue Imaginarium's Wordplay. This is a place where we explore all the ways that words like to play, whether it's in poems, stories, songs, or conversations. Here we gather kindred hearts around the campfire of community where we come, join, and play. Today we're going to be talking about winter. Wherever you are in the world, there's a winter, and we're going to look at ways to enjoy it this day. So we're going to start with a poem by Billy Collins called Snow Day. And I don't know about you, I grew up in the mountains of Colorado, west of Denver, and we certainly had snow days, and you would gather around the radio in the morning and just cross your fingers and be like, oh, please, 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 please let school be closed today. And oftentimes living at 7,500 feet in the mountains, it was closed, and that was a day of joy. I don't know about for my mom and dad, but for us four kids, it was a day of joy. So we got to sled or hang around in the house, read, whatever we did. Snow days were always a beautiful thing. So again, this is Snow Day by Billy Collins, and he was poet laureate of the United States from 2001 to 2003, and I just recently picked up one of his books. He did a series of books called Poetry 180 with 180 poems by a variety of authors and genres and forms, and those are just a great resource to look into if you're interested in more poetry in general. So here we go with Snow Day by Billy Collins. Today we woke up to a revolution of snow, its white flag waving over everything. The landscape vanished, not a single mouse to punctuate the blankness. And beyond these windows, the government buildings smothered, schools and libraries buried, the post office lost under the noiseless drift, the paths of trains softly blocked, the world fallen under this falling. In a while, I will put on some boots and step out like someone walking in water. And the dog will porpoise through the drifts, and I will shake a laden branch, sending a cold shower down on us both. But for now, I'm a willing prisoner in this house, a sympathizer with the anarchic cause of snow. I'll make a pot of tea and listen to the plastic radio on the counter, as glad as anyone to hear the news that the kitty corner school is closed, the ding-dong school closed, the all-aboard children's school closed, the Hi-Ho Nursery School closed, along with, some will be delighted to hear, the Toadstool School, the Little School, Little Sparrow's Nursery School, Little Stars Preschool, Peas and Carrots Day School, the Tom Thumb Child Center, all closed, and clap your hands, the Peanuts Play School. So this is where the children will hide all day. These are the nests where they draw and letter, where they put on their bright miniature jackets, all darting and climbing and sliding, all but the few girls whispering by the fence. And now I am listening hard in the grandiose silence of the snow, trying to hear what those three girls are plotting, what riot is afoot, which small queen is about to be brought down. So I hope you enjoyed that snow day. It certainly brought back so many memories from my childhood. Oh my gosh, crazy snow day adventures. And again, even if you didn't grow up in a place where snow is, I think we've all had that feeling of like an unexpected day off or a holiday or something just changed in the day in a very good way. And you're like, oh, what's going to lie ahead today? Let's go explore. So our next poem is Ice by Gail Mazur. And this was written in 2005, so it's quite recent. And this is from her book, Zeppo's First Wife, New and Selected Poems by Gail Mazur. And I'll tell you at the end why I love this poem, but it evokes a lot of beautiful memories for me, for sure. Ice by Gail Mazur. In the warming house, children lace their skates, bending, choked over their thick jackets. A Franklin stove keeps the place so cozy it's hard to imagine why anyone would leave. clumping across the frozen beach to the river. December's always the same at Ware's Cove. The first sheer ice, black, then white, and deep until the city sends trucks of men with wooden barriers to put up the boys' hockey rink. An hour of skating after school, of trying wobbly figure eights, an hour of distances moved backwards without falling. Then twilight. The warming house, steamy with girls pulling on boots, their chafed legs aching. Outside, the hockey players keep playing, slamming the round black puck until it's dark, until supper. At night, a shy girl comes to the cove with her father. Although there isn't music, they glide arm in arm onto the blurred surface together, braced like dancers. She thinks she'll never be so happy, for who else will find her graceful, find her perfect, skate with her in circles around the emptied rink forever. I just love that. I love that. A few reasons why. I grew up, there was a tiny little ice rink, a pond actually, called Homewood Park, just a few miles from where we grew up in the mountains, and we would spend pretty much at least a day every weekend skating, ice skating outside on a pond with pine trees around and a warming hut just like that. Just this cozy old wooden tiny warming hut with maybe a few things of food, hot chocolate, a wood stove, and hearing the clump of people walking in their skates across that really burnished wood floor. So my brothers and I went skating a lot, and my youngest older brother Carl and I especially skated, and we pretended we were in the Olympics, trying out, did all these fun dances and things. We weren't all that good, but we sure had a lot of fun and envisioning we were trying out for the Olympics. So ice skating brings back just joyful memories for me. I still love it. And while my dad actually never ice skated, my mom sure did. And I can just imagine going, I was a shy kid like this one in the poem, and I can just imagine going skating with my mom or my dad or both, and just feeling that warmth and that acceptance and really that bottomless love that I have been very lucky to have in my life, and I hope you have too. So the next poem that we're going to round this session out about winter. Oh, before I forget, I invite you to go to our Blue Imaginarium YouTube page and check out we have a nice short film that's about half an hour long, and it has beautiful images and music, and I'll just give you a little screenshot here of it. And it's just beautiful. So lastly, we're going to wrap up this session about winter with a poem that always comes first to mind for me when I think about poetry and winter and snow and that kind of thing. And that is, of course, Robert Frost's Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening. I don't know if you've read this one, but I wanted to definitely end with this. It's a classic, truly a classic. He wrote it in 1923. And it's from the Poetry of Robert Frost, edited by Edward Connery Latham. So 1923, we get this gift from poet Robert Frost. And since I also love horses, I love to think about what the horse was thinking about all this as guys stopped in the woods. So, Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, Robert Frost. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. He will not see me stopping here to watch his woods fill up with snow. My little horse must think it queer to stop without a farmhouse near, between the woods and frozen lake, the darkest evening of the year. He gives his harness bells a shake to ask if there is some mistake. The only other sounds, the sweep of easy wind and downy flake. The woods are lovely, dark and deep, but I have promises to keep, and miles to go before I sleep, and miles to go before I sleep. So I love that. Like I said, that just evokes the first poem I think about when I think about winter and snow and The Quiet by Robert Frost. So I hope you enjoyed this episode about winter, and I invite you to come check us out, Blue Imaginarium, on our social, and also check out our YouTube page, and there will be much more wordplay and many more creative adventures to come. So have a great day.